Where in the world are all of these buyers coming from? That's what we're going to talk about today, and we're going to talk about why that's important to you. Full disclosure, so all the data that I'm sharing with you today is coming from Infinity Title. These are all closings that we did from 2017 through 2023. And we have around 4% market share in Washington County. So that's your sample size for the data that I'm showing you. So jumping right into it, so 87% of all buyers in Washington County are coming from inside of Utah, 13% are coming from outside of Utah. Of that 13%, most of them are coming from California, 39%, Nevada at 14%. So you can see California and Nevada make up more than half of the buyers that are coming from out of state. And then on top of that, you've got Idaho, Colorado, Washington, Arizona, Wyoming. Now, if we look at the 87% of buyers that are coming from inside of Utah, 81% of those are coming from inside Washington County, so they're local, and 19% of them are coming from outside of Washington County. So of that 19%, you've got Salt Lake County with the most at 30%, and then Utah County, 21%. That's probably expected. Those are the most heavily populated areas in Utah. And then Iron County, which is adjacent to us, that's Cedar City. Kane County's in there too, which is Kanab. So those are the counties around us. But other than those two counties, it's basically the Wasatch Front of where everyone's coming from. You've also got a little bit from Park City, a little bit from Logan in there. So I thought this would be interesting. So I looked at just the COVID years because everything kind of got thrown off during those years, and I'm taking 2020 through 2022 as the COVID years. And so you can see that during those years there was a big influx of buyers coming from California. So it was at 42%. So of all the buyers that came from out of state, almost half of those were coming from California, which I definitely felt that. So it's nice to put some data behind it and say, yeah, that actually is what happened. And so you can see that pre-COVID, post-COVID, those numbers are moving closer to each other and normalizing a little bit. Now, if we put all of that together and just break it down into locals versus not locals, so 30% of all the buyers in Washington County are coming from somewhere outside of Washington County. And that number kind of shocked me a little bit. That's a pretty big number. So if you take into account they came from anywhere outside of Washington County, whether inside of Utah or outside of Utah, 30% of all buyers are coming from outside of the area. So that brings me to my conclusion. Where are they all coming from? They're coming from all over the place, mostly the western United States, so California, Arizona, Nevada, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and then they're also coming from places within Utah that aren't in our local area. The majority of our buyers are local, 70%, but there is a big chunk which is probably there's probably not a whole lot of counties in the United States that have 30% of their buyers coming from outside of the area. So kind of interesting. And most importantly, why should you care? I'm of the belief that no one does it better than a local professional. So whether you're in real estate, you're in lending, you're in title, you're in appraiser, builder, whatever it may be, there's no one that's going to do it better than you for a property that's in Washington County. So it's in the consumer's best interest to use somebody or to work with somebody that is local. So they're going to do one of two things. Either they're going to reach out to their local professional wherever they live and say, hey, I've got a project I want to do in Washington County. Who do you suggest? And that professional is going to connect them with a local professional, hopefully. Or they're going to reach out directly to a local professional, and that's where target marketing comes in. So it's either going to be a referral business or it's going to be target marketing. So with referral business, build relationships with those professionals that are in your industry, that are not in the area, that have a possibility of referring business to you in this area. And then target marketing, now you know who to go after, you know who to get in front of. It's all those buyers and sellers for that matter that are in the western United States, mostly Nevada and California. And then also don't sleep on northern Utah. So there's a lot of our buyers and sellers that live and are coming from northern Utah. So build relationships up there, go after those people. I hope this video has been useful to you. If you have any comments, please feel free to like and subscribe and leave comments, and we'll see you next time.